All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Microsoft just dropped a bombshell. Up to 9,100 people are losing their jobs.
9,000? There's no way that can be right! It can't!
That's around 4% of the entire company, gone in one of the most brutal rounds of layoffs we've seen yet. If you work in the Xbox division, Microsoft Gaming, you're really feeling it right now. Word is, no one knows the exact numbers or which teams are getting hit the hardest, but it's not pretty. Xbox boss Phil Spenser didn't sugarcoat it in his message to staff. He basically said, to keep gaming alive for the long haul and focus on the big stuff, we're slashing some areas and chopping management layers. It's all about speed and survival. Not exactly the pep talk anyone wanted, and it doesn't stop there. Bloomberg says King, the studio behind Candy Crush, yes, the one Microsoft just bought, is cutting around 10% of its staff, about 200 people. Over in Europe, ZeniMax is also handing out pink slips. UK-based Rare, they got hit too, and to twist the knife, that Everwild game they've been cooking since 2019, canceled, gone, poof. And here's the kicker, these cuts are dropping less than 2 months after Microsoft axed more than 6,000 jobs. Then, in early June, another 305 people got the boot. This isn't just a one-off thing. Microsoft's been chopping away for a year now. There was a performance round that tanked morale. I've talked to folks inside. They're exhausted. Go back to January 2024, and Microsoft laid off 1,900 Activision Blizzard and Xbox employees. May brought more studio closures. Then they took out 1,000 jobs from the HoloLens and Azure Cloud teams in June. And just for good measure, 650 more Xbox jobs were gone by September. All of this, part of the massive shakeup after buying Activision Blizzard. So yeah, it's a mess. And here's the full memo Phil Spenser just sent to the team. Today, we are sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notifications and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the coming days. I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap have never looked stronger. The success we're seeing currently is based on tough decisions we've made previously. We must make choices now for continued success in future years. And a key part of that strategy is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities. We will protect what is thriving and concentrate effort on areas with the greatest potential while delivering on the expectations the company has for our business. This focused approach means we can deliver exceptional games and experiences for players for generations to come. Prioritizing our opportunities is essential, but that does not lessen the significance of this moment. Simply put, we would not be where we are today without the time, energy, and creativity of those whose roles are impacted. These decisions are not a reflection of the talent, creativity, and dedication of the people involved. Our momentum is not accidental. It is the result of years of dedicated effort from our teams. HR is working directly with impacted employees to provide severance plan benefits aligned with local laws, including pay, healthcare coverage, and job placement resources to support their transition. Employees whose roles were eliminated are encouraged to explore open positions across Microsoft Gaming, where their applications will be given priority review. Thank you to everyone who has shaped our culture, our products, and our community. We will move forward with deep appreciation and respect for all who have contributed to this journey. Phil. So, Microsoft Gaming is making a ton of money, like revenues up by 43%. But here's the kicker. Most of that cash is coming from games sold on other platforms. Seriously, look at Black Ops 6. It made way more on PlayStation than on Xbox. But hey, money is money, right? If you just love good games, right now is honestly pretty sweet. There's a bunch of cool stuff coming up. But if you actually care about Xbox as a brand and you follow the industry drama, it kind of feels like everything's falling apart, especially if you're a diehard Xbox fan. Let's be real, Xbox has always been riding this weird line. Their best-selling console ever, the 360, still had the red ring of death disaster, and they had to throw billions at it just to keep people from jumping ship. After that, Xbox just never really took the top spot. It's always been PlayStation winning, and Nintendo just chilling in its own universe. You might think, oh, yeah, but Microsoft's massive Xbox isn't going anywhere. And you're mostly right. But all it takes is one CEO to look at those numbers and go, do we actually need to be making consoles? Boom, the rug gets pulled. Here's what's wild. Nintendo and PlayStation don't have this problem. Nintendo is gaming, period. Sony, they'll always make hardware. That's just their thing. Microsoft, they make software. It's literally in the name. Xbox is the odd one out. And the stuff happening right now, it all feels like Microsoft is just going, screw it, let's sell our games everywhere. Doesn't matter if you're on PlayStation, PC, whatever. That's why you see PlayStation logos in Microsoft events, and Phil Spenser just straight up saying, we're not even trying to bring people to Xbox anymore. It's like the goal isn't selling Xbox consoles now. It's just making sure you're buying their games somewhere, anywhere. Which is kind of nuts for a console company, right? If you can play everything on PC or PlayStation, why would anyone pick up a Series X? I mean, at this point, are they even trying to sell consoles? To be fair, they haven't totally given up. Like, some devs working on Kingdom Come 2 got real help from the Xbox team to make sure it runs well on Series S. And those improvements carried over to PlayStation and PC too. But that, honestly, just proves the point. Xbox is going full multi-platform. They're making sure stuff runs great on other systems. Meanwhile, in Europe, good luck finding an Xbox in a store. They're basically extinct, especially the Series X. And the European market was never Xbox's strong suit. But now it's just a ghost town. But then you hear, oh, there's a new Xbox coming. They're making a handheld. So is the console business dead or what? No one really knows. Feels like even the insiders are just guessing at this point. What's extra funny is that console sales in general are kind of in the dumps. PlayStation 5 Pro only outsold Xbox because it was new, but that thing had its own problems too. Sony hasn't been nailing it either. Maybe Xbox's whole games everywhere thing is the right call. Maybe they'll turn into the Windows of gaming. Nobody's excited about Windows, but everyone uses it. But here's the issue. Microsoft isn't exactly great at making consumer software people like. Steam is just better for most people. And unless Microsoft somehow locks down the market, people are just gonna stick with what works. So yeah, Xbox is in this weird Schrodinger's cat spot. On paper, they're making money, but their consoles are tanking. Their brand is slowly fading, but if their plan works, nobody's going to care. We'll all just play Xbox games somewhere, and the actual box might not even matter anymore. And you know what? That kind of sucks if you're an Xbox fan. It used to feel special, like you were part of this cool tribe. Now, not so much. PlayStation fans still have that vibe a little. Nintendo fans, for sure. Xbox, not really. But hey, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe exclusives are overrated, and selling games everywhere is the future. Nintendo is always going to do their own thing, but Xbox is never going to out-Nintendo Nintendo. They can't. And honestly, nobody can. At the end of the day, Xbox can't be Nintendo, but they can absolutely be Activision, just selling games on every platform possible and raking in cash. That's not the worst thing for the average gamer, but for the die-hard Xbox crowd, it's a weird time. And look, I don't see them totally ditching hardware tomorrow. Microsoft moves slow, but the writing's on the wall. Xbox as a console brand just isn't what it used to be. Everything's changing. So what's really going on with Xbox? Revenue's up, hardware's down, and nobody knows what's coming next. Is it the end of the line? No one really knows. Not even the execs, probably. All I know is it's a wild time to be watching Xbox.